Hi, Rylan. Thank you so much for saying what you said yesterday on This Morning, because it really shows us that we all have a responsibility to push back on the disinformation and lies that's being put out there by the right wingers. I don't think you're far right at all. I think you're just desperately misinformed by people like Mr. Yaxley Lennon here. And your later post, which justifies what you were saying, does indeed sum up the difficulties of social media and where we're at in the country at the moment, because everything is polarised. You can't be thinking in shades of grey at all. Everything has to be black and white. The difficulty is, though, Rylan, nobody pushed back on your misinformation, on the lies that you had consumed, and the lies which, had they been true, you'd have every right to be cross about. Let's look at a few of the facts then that really angered you. We keep hearing about asylum seekers being put up in hotels, which makes us all think that they're coming over here and they're suddenly in the lap of luxury. But what the media are never telling you is that actually those hotels have got extra beds in them and they're completely cramped. They are far from living the life of luxury. They are just obliged to have a roof over their head under the Refugee Convention. I don't know about anybody else, but certainly when I've been staying in hotels around the country and I've seen families of asylum seekers stuck in these tiny, tiny rooms that myself and my family of 4 feel quite claustrophobic in after just a couple of nights. And these families are living in these spaces for years in some instances. But I guess they don't want you to know that. They want you to think that they're in a hotel having all the luxury that the word hotel conjures up. You spoke about them having iPads on arrivals. That's completely not true. There have been instances where a charity has tried to help people out with communication. Because let's not forget, these people have got no money. They've got nothing to do. But are they given iPads on arrival or iPhones? No, they're not. But that right-wing trope just keeps going round. And you parroting it on This Morning and the presenters not kicking back on it perpetuates the lie and the myth. You speak about them accessing the NHS, but receiving healthcare is part of their rights, just human rights, under international conventions. You speak about them having 3 meals a day, but they can't cook in those rooms, Rylan, so they have to eat somehow. And the hotels aren't giving them their fancy 5-star meal menus. They are literally giving them the basics to survive. You speak about some of these places having games rooms, but once again, Rylan, they are stuck in tiny rooms. They have not got enough money to do anything. Some charities will try to bring some facilities into these spaces just to save them from boredom. Surely you're not resenting them that, are you? With no safe and legal routes for asylum seekers to come into the UK, the small boat option, where their lives are put at risk, where they're exploited by people smugglers, that is their only choice as they see it to come to the UK. So when you're talking about illegal routes, for some people, that is the only route. I don't think for one moment you'll be sat there today thinking, great, let's go and speak at Tommy's free speech rally. The free speech rally where he clearly has got free speech because he's created a rally. But I do think you've facilitated more people believing the nonsense that people like Tommy are spreading for nefarious means. And the fact that the racists and the fascists are celebrating that they're converting more and more people is the thing we should all be worried about. Should we be having these conversations on daytime telly? I think we absolutely should. But I think there's an obligation on the part of the media to actually give the truth alongside the spin that Farage and Yaxley Lennon and all of them are putting on this dire situation. Anyway, as you were.